In this video, I'm gonna show you how to grow your Instagram for your business fast.
Big boss, big boss, big boss, big boss.
Welcome to my channel. If you don't know, I'm Donnie and I am your beauty boss mentor, meaning that I help beauty and fashion entrepreneurs grow their brands and grow their business. But beyond that, I specialize in getting to the bag. So if you sell any kind of product or have a business, this is the place to be. This is a no fluff zone. I give you real advice and real strategies that actually work. So let's get into the strategies on how to grow your Instagram. The first tip that I have is actually to optimize your profile. This I cannot stress enough. We have our username and then we have our name. Our username is like what our @ name is, and then our name is what's searchable. Well, you can search your @ name too, but like your name is how you can optimize your profile. So instead of just saying Pivot Cosmetics, I have, what do we have? Let's look right now. So on my profile, I have the name Pivot, and then I have a line, and then it says CBD Cosmetics, because I want people that are looking for CBD cosmetics, and honestly, I think I'm gonna change that to CBD skincare, actually. Duh. I want people that are looking for CBD skincare and cosmetics to actually find us. Because I know I search like different phrases on Instagram to see if anyone's name comes up, or I'll search the hashtags. But it's really important that, you know, while somebody's searching, that your profile comes up. Put those things in your profile so that people can search for you. Also, when people come to your page, it's really important that you get to the point and explain who you are and what you have to offer, okay? So one thing that you'll see on my Donnie Brown page, so I say that I'm the founder of Pivot Cosmetics, but then underneath that I say, I show beauty and fashion bosses how to grow their sales with funnels, and then I tag my course. So what you can do is something to that effect. In your profile, say what you do and how you service people and how you help people. So like, or say what you have to offer and how it helps people. So like for instance, for Pivot, our thing is skincare meets self-care, but there are a few other things that I include in the bio because it helps us get sales. So for instance, right now, being a Black-owned business helps me get sales because people want to support Black people. So I make it very well known that this is a Black woman-owned business. Also, I want to make it known that this is skincare that your melanin will love. It's for women of color. So without just blatantly saying women of color, I found a cuter way to say it. It's skincare that your melanin will thank you for. I want people to know that this is a self-care brand. So I say skincare meets self-care. Now the other really great thing that you could do is a call to action. So like in my Donnie Brown bio, I actually have a call to action like that. It says free training, how to sell out. And then I have it linked to my free training. On Pivot, I can do that too. I can link to whatever our latest deal is, or I could put, like if I do text message marketing, I would put in the bio, text blah 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 to get blah blah blah. Like for us, we could do affirmations. We could say text pivot to 1 2 3 4 5 for affirmations, for daily affirmations or whatever. So like you could do different things like that to get people onto your list, but also, you know, direct them to an offer. So the next thing is so essential to people finding your page. You need to make shareable content. I cannot stress it enough. There are two things that are super valuable to the algorithm on Instagram. One is saves and the other is shares. Shares though, I think are double beneficial because it helps you push your content up in the algorithm, but it also helps you get in front of new people even more. When your followers do things like save and share, it helps you get on the explore page, but when your actual people share it, it helps you get pushed even further to their audience. It may not even be about your product, but you want to give people a reason to come to your profile. So for example, during the whole Black Lives Matter thing, I created a post that listed a bunch of Black-owned businesses that you can buy from in beauty and fashion. And this list got shared so many times. Let me pull up the stats. Actually, I'm gonna put the stats on the screen. It got shared so many times and it gave us so many profile views, and it helped us get new followers. We went from 500 followers to 1,000 followers in a few days. And that right there alone can really help you boost your engagement and your growth quickly. So and even on my own page, you guys, I recently did a post. There's a few things that I always say, but one of them is like, I want to make money in my sleep. So I took something that's been trending right now. You know how people say like, it's the blah 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 for me. So I took that and I said, it's the making money in my sleep for me. I kid you not, to this very day, I made that post like over a month ago. To this very day, it's getting shared every day still on people's stories, all day, every day. And so then other people come to the post and be like, oh, I want to share it too. And then they go to my page and a lot of them will end up following me. And then they'll share it, and it keeps going on and on and on. So that's the beauty of shareable content, because on Instagram, it's a bit different than YouTube. On YouTube, I can post something and it's still getting view after view after view, months and years down the line. on Instagram, your content only has a life of like, you know, 24 hours to a few days if you're lucky. But when you make shareable content, your content can live for a very long time. So it's really important to make shareable stuff. So it can be quotes, it can be stuff where you're making guides, like things that people want to know, information, memes, or just anything that's like valuable to people that they would want to share. Just think about what you like sharing or what people share with you, and then create content similar to that. And so we do that a lot. We'll do quotes, we'll do memes, all kinds of things like that on our page, and that gets people to share it and pass and spread the love.
Really quick, I had to interrupt myself and let you know that I have a free training that you can go watch right after this video. It teaches you how I went from struggling to selling out. I'm sharing all my best secrets, and it's a 20-minute training, and you also get a PDF download of all of the information that I gave so that you don't have to take notes. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description and you can go sign up right now.
So number 3 is to be disruptive. A lot of times I think we always feel like we have to be cookie cutter or just professional on Instagram if you have a business or whatever, but you get to decide how you want to communicate with your audience. So for me, especially on my own page, I've found that being disruptive, which I'll explain what that means, but it gets me a lot further along. So for instance, that right there, me saying, instead of me making like some really professional quote about how you should make money in your sleep and that's super important to aspire to that, I just made it into like a fun pop culture thing, and I was like, it's the making money in my sleep for me. Because we all relate to that, and it's funny, and like everyone's saying it's for me right now. I did that. Another thing I always say is having a business with no sales is the ghetto, and because I truly believe that. It is the ghetto. I've been there. One, that's a bit disruptive because you didn't expect me to say something like that. You thought like, oh, she gives advice, she's a businesswoman. And then I say something like that, that's gonna stop you in your tracks. You're gonna laugh or you're either gonna be offended and triggered. And I've had both responses. Some people are triggered and they're like, no, that's not true. Or they hate the fact that I say stuff like that and they think that that's unprofessional. I don't care. I think it's funny and it resonates with the people that I'm trying to resonate with, and that's ultimately your goal online, is to find the people that resonate with what you're doing. So I put out content like that because it's funny and it resonates, and it gets shares. It was very much shared. You want to be disruptive and find things that you can do that are super relatable but kind of knock people off their track. Like, whoa, I can't believe, like, call people out, do different things, but make sure it's not like too ridiculous. But here's the thing, we've all seen it. That's the whole point of drama channels. That's the point of feuds with celebrities and stuff. It's disruptive. It knocks us off of what we were doing. Like, it stops us in our tracks, and we are so focused on it, and we have to stop and pay attention to it because it disrupted whatever we were doing before. Then there are brands that have actually grown off of this. Juvia's Place, they kind of blew up and rode off of that whole drama that they had with Alyssa Ashley. They went back and forth. So I'm not saying do that kind of stuff at all, but do something to be disruptive and get people's attention. The other super important thing is that you need to make sure that you're making it clear who your content is for and who your brand is for. People always feel like you're excluding people when you aren't catering to everybody, but that's not what it is. You're actually making those people that you created your products and content for feel more included. Say you're something that is not common, like you are a certain race, or you have a certain feature, like maybe you have red hair or whatever. You see other people that have those things, you're naturally attracted to them, and you're like, oh my god, are you such and such, or is your hair naturally red, or whatever, because we resonate with things that are relatable. It's super important that you add those things to your brand that make your specific customer feel like this is their space, this is where they belong, this is the place for them, and they need to follow you and be engaged in what you're doing. So I think it's really important that you really get clear on who your target audience is and include things in your content that makes it clear that this is for your target audience. I do it all the time with my brand campaigns, even the last one we did, and you know, I had the women in the robes and stuff like that, and of course people always want to do the towel tossed on the head. And instead of that, I was like, no, my customers wear head wraps while they're doing their self-care routine. Duh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put head wraps on them because that's what they would do. I think it was just super important that we embodied what our customer was really like so that they can relate to it. Okay, so the next one, this kind of goes back to the shareable content, but just in general, people will fall in love with your page if you give them value. People love to talk about themselves. They love to see what's in it for them. And it's just about me, me, me. As much as we all say we're not self-absorbed, at the end of the day, it's about them. So give them content and information that's gonna help them in some way, make them enjoy their time on your page better. If you're only talking about your products, then that's not going to be fun for them. But for instance, if I go on my page and I teach them something new about their skin, or I teach them something new that they should be doing in their self-care routine or whatever, that's gonna make them fall in love with your brand even more. So I did a series on my page and it was called Self-Care Sundays. In this series, I began interviewing different people that were experts in areas of our lives that we all need to take care of ourselves in. So like health, money, our periods, stuff like that. And so I was interviewing these experts and they gave a lot of great advice on how we can take care of ourselves better in those areas. So a lot of people really love that. And that resonated with people because we were giving them more value than just saying go buy our products, you know? So you want to do something like that where you're giving people more value than just the products that you buy. This works especially well on Reels. That's an easy way to get shared and found right now because anytime Instagram rolls out a new feature, if you're using it quickly, that is a great signal in their algorithm because you're helping them make that popular. So take advantage of that, start teaching some really good things and utilize that feature. So the next thing is you need to promote on other people's pages or just be featured on other pages and do collab. You could be promoting on promo pages or you could just be doing collaborations and collab live stream with other people that are, you know, in your niche or that have the audience that you want to have. So whether that be like influencers, you could have influencers do takeovers on your page. You could be doing interviews with them on live or like I said, just paying other pages to promote you. Now, hashtags. Everyone loves to say use hashtags, but they don't tell you how to use them right. So this is what you do. Number one, you should change them out every month or every few months, whatever. I don't do that enough, but it works when you change them, I promise. Change them out because you don't want them to get stale and you want to try different things just to make sure you're using the best ones. But after you get your hashtags together, here's the thing. So you need to actually build your hashtag group around a few things. So you want to have some, and this is actually a tip that I learned from someone that actually worked at Instagram. Each hashtag has a certain number of posts under it already. You don't want to ever use a hashtag that has in the tens of millions or more because that means they're getting too many people posting under it and you're just gonna get drowned out. I would say go to 1 to 3 million. So that's gonna be one group of tags. Then you're gonna have another group that are in the hundreds of thousands, and then you'll have another group that are like in the thousands. You take all three of those groups, put them together in one group, and put that on each post. It also performs better when it's within your caption and not in the first comment. Also, the main goal here is to be featured on the top page rather than the recent page. If you go into any hashtag, there is a top page, meaning the top performing post underneath that hashtag, and then there is also a recent page, and that shows you every single post that's been posted under that hashtag, and it shows you based on the most recent ones down to the oldest one. You want to be on that top page and the recent page, not just the recent page. The way you get on the top page, you want to post content that is highly engaging, okay? Stuff that people want to save and that they want to share, and then you will get put on that main page. And then also, you guys, I don't know why I didn't think to mention this, make sure that you're telling people what you want them to do in your post. So at the beginning of a lot of my posts, I tell people, I'm like, save this post, share this post, and then I get into whatever I'm saying because I want them to know that this is going to be valuable, and it oftentimes actually makes people pay attention even more. Now, if you're still on this video, you know the drill. Like, let's keep it going. Like, grab a snack, get comfortable. I have more videos for you on how to grow your brand and how to grow your business. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. I won't be dancing like this though, I promise, I promise.